All right, we're at 441 Center. If you look down here, you can see the neighbor's dogs. From here, you're walking down the road, you can actually see Lake Onondaga. See? Cool, right? Here a little bit of highway, but nice quiet street. Here is the exterior of the house. We have vinyl siding, nice shutters. Appears to be in overall good condition. Walk to the backyard. This property is an estate, so they do not have to fill out any property information. They are actively trying to sell some of the items that are inside the home. However, sometimes it can be a benefit to include items that are in the house in the contract. Some buyers don't want to do that. However, others will say, oh, whatever you don't want, you can leave in the house and we'll take care of. That helps in the multiple offers. Here is the neighbor's house. You know, typically it's covered with trees, but here is the back of the home. Good condition. This is the back door to the walkout lower level. The nice thing is when you have a walkout lower level, you can add square footage to the home of the house if it's finished. So when you have a door there, a walkout lower level, you could add square footage to the house. Okay. Nice mature trees. This looks like a radon mitigation system, which is good. That basically means that at one time there was likely radon in the house, and so they installed a mitigation system. We'd have to do more research on this. Sometimes, yeah, we'll look at that more when we go into the inside of the house. Looks like here, 24-hour parking, even days of the month. Starts at 9 a.m. Okay. Walk into the front door. Looks like the shingles up here are newer. There is a window AC, which typically means they do not have a central air conditioning system throughout the house. Okay, so we walk in the main door and we walk in here. Again, this is an estate. They are actively moving items out. So walk in here to the carpets. They're newer, not brand new. They might need to be replaced. Have to see it once all the stuff's out. Not in awful condition. Definitely not perfect. It looks like we have newer, updated windows over here. Okay, freshly painted. Throughout, here is the kitchen. You have a half bath here. Looks like there are some floorboards that are actively missing. Freshly painted in here again. Okay. And then we come into the kitchen. Again, we have newer windows. We have stainless steel Whirlpool fridge here. Whirlpool stove, not gas, it is electric. And here is the kitchen. Okay. Side door. Looks like they have a little pantry here. Here is a side deck, which is nice. Little walkout here. Not brand new, but I'm not... Not something you'd have to replace the second you move in. Seems pretty sturdy. Driveway's not fully blacktop, but not in bad condition. I mean, not in perfect, but you see what I'm saying. Okay. All right, so now we will go, here is the, looks like a little closet for a pantry. And on this side is a coat closet, very good. Okay, walk up. This carpet is a bit worn. Again, we have freshly painted walls. I'm not seeing any leaks in the ceiling in this area. Okay. We go into the bedroom. Freshly painted. The ceiling, it might need a good scrubbing in here for sure. Here's the master bedroom. Again, there's a lot of stuff, but this is a very spacious master bedroom, okay? We have a closet over here. And we have Jack and Jill closets over here. All white doors. Okay. Walk down the hallway. We have a full bath with a bathtub. New shower head. Again, no issues on the ceiling, that type of thing. Walk in here. Another bedroom, updated window. No leaks on the ceiling. Very nice. Okay. We have a little towel closet here. A linen closet. Okay. Now we will head down to the stairs. All right, and I will go to the basement. We have carpeting down to the stairs. It's also freshly painted, so when you open the door, it looks pretty finished. And then when we get to the basement, it looks like at one time they may have had water as they chopped up the, the bottom of the sheetrock down here. And it looks like over here they did not do that, but there's a ton of stuff. Oh, yep, on this side they did. And the carpet's been ripped out. So at one time this was probably finished and they got some type of flooding down here. If you look, here's where the washer and dryer is. Yeah, at one time there's probably about a foot of water down here. Okay. Again, it's an estate. They don't have that much information about the property, so we don't really know what happened. This looks like it had some type of laminate laid down and it was an office area. And they cut out the carpet here, so maybe this is where the flooding stopped. Not sure what that means, if maybe a washing machine or something was leaking over there, as it doesn't look like the whole basement got the water damage, just part of it. Okay. Nice basement, but had water issues. Here's the electrical panel. These last about 18 to 20 years. This looks to be an older one. Again, something to talk to your electrician about. However, these do not last forever. They last about 18 to 20 years. I'm not seeing any rust, but it definitely is an older electrical panel. Here is some storage. Okie dokes. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Oh, more storage. Lovely. I love it. Here's the radon mitigation system we were talking about. Okay. This is a good thing. They typically cost, if you did have radon, which is an odorless gas that comes from the ground, very common in central New York. So if any home that is tested for having radon above 4.0 would have to get one of these systems, they typically cost around $2,200 to $2,800 in this market to put on. So it is a good thing that it has it. You just want to have someone come in every so often and check the fan. All right, thank you.